And then there are 6 days of rain after that. Let's go and split.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not a...
It's a bit hard for him to climb because it's slippery.
You can go up there. That's it.
It's a little bit like a praying mantis.
At first when I saw it I was like, was it a big praying mantis? But nope. It's a stick insect. Where did I put him?
Yeah, I put him up there somewhere. Oh, excuse me, Scarlett. Can you get out? Hold the jar a little bit sideways. Yeah. Make it a bit easier for him. Come on. Look, it's a tree. There you go. Hey guys, welcome to Wild Hope Homestead. We are in the holidays now, school holidays, but Inks is not at school anymore, but for now at least for our homeschooling we're following school holidays. We're enjoying just chilling out a bit, having a break from doing sit-down lessons and working through some things that need to get done. I've been doing a lot of work inside lately, tidying and reorganising in the kids' rooms and getting some furniture switched around between them, dealing with some things that have been sitting around Scarlett's room for her whole life. I really need to turn my attention to the garden now because I need to get things prepared out in the front plot for planting veggies. We actually have a whole bunch of rain coming in the forecast. The rain is supposed to arrive in a couple of days and stick around for like 5 days or something. It'll be good for the garden, but I need to get some stuff done outside before it comes. So here's what we've got to work with. We had a good bout of heavy rain recently, but it's still a bit dry. The kumara is still chugging along in there, sweet potatoes, and we've got all these volunteer brassicas. Kale, broccoli, except they're getting annihilated by the white cabbage moths. Mostly we just need to get rid of the weeds. There's a whole bunch of little broccolis. Those aren't weeds, those are little broccolis. Yay! Watch out for those. Okay, I'm going to have to carefully work around everything. There's a whole forest of them. Yay! Oh, there's a little lettuce too. Okay, this is going to be difficult.
Still a good girl. It's because we let them go to seed. And we let the flowers go to seed and they spread seed all over the ground. And I guess we should have got the weeds out sooner. Before the baby
We finished the first, third,
Good.
quarter.
Good going.
Daddy actually has spikes too.
Does it? Oh.
Oh, those are not spikes, those are caterpillar eggs. Those are from the white butterflies.
Oh no, this is all potato as well.
This one broccoli and some potatoes.
Found a potato.
A little one.
A miniature size one.
Okay, so there's one little broccoli.
Want a little baby skeleton? Yeppa. Yeepers. I just chopped it. I want to chop it again. He wants some potato chips. May. Boing. Boing. Is this good?
We don't want that down low. That's in the gap. That's in the road, buddy. Anything, yeah. These are.
Hey, I found an ancient rock.
Yeah.
I found an ancient rock. That's what I brought it to the museum. Clean it for the museum, Scarlet. For we have found an ancient discovery. Can we clean it?
Oh, that's a nice flat
Bye bye.
one. How about you guys can clean it later? Too many weeds in here, just. It's annoying.
I found another ancient discovery, Scarlet. It's a bone. One time there was a person walking down the road. And then one time he was walking down the road, and then it went kaboom! Now left. One time there was an old lift walking down the road, and then there was a boom. And then there was a boom. And then it was whoa. And then there was boom.
You want to come through this way? Come on the other side of Mummy. There are a bunch of these tricky ones here. Ah! Dude.
Old and in discovery. I think I found someone's old anvil piece. There's a cricket in the grass. There's 2 crickets. Yeah. It's like a big guy with tons of legs. Well, a really small guy, but he had the biggest legs on earth. One day, big guy was holding the big rock, and his wiggly old legs fell down, and then he did the splits, and then he ripped his body in half, and then some people loaded him onto the truck, and then cooked the best of noodles, and then gave him to a giant, and then the giant ate him. No, I think he blew him up first. Another ancient discovery. Hey, I should put this in.
If you find stones, just throw them on the dry. Always do with more stones on the dry.
Yeet. Yeet, 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 yeet.
Well, we basically got one row weeded and some of the path beside it and some of the other path and some bits and pieces. So that's good. I'd like to get the path beside this row weeded first, really, before I get things planted, because otherwise, and the netting has to go on to protect the brassicas, otherwise it just gets awkward trying to weed around the netting and everything. So, but I can put some compost onto the row now. We have a bunch of brassica seedlings, probably mostly broccoli, that have popped up, which is really cool. The trouble is, though, they are covered in white butterfly eggs. That one's not too bad, but some of them are absolutely loaded with cabbage moss eggs. So the trouble with that is, if I go and put the netting on here and plant all my other brassicas, then these little caterpillars are just going to hatch inside the netting. So if we get the odd caterpillar left in there, it doesn't matter too much. Maybe I'll pull out a few and just try and leave the biggest, healthiest looking ones. We'll see. Either way, I've got to try and put some compost around them. It's the next day. Yesterday evening I got a bit of compost put on the row we'd been clearing of weeds out in the front plot, and then I spread out a pile of old chicken bedding, wood shavings and chicken poop that was sitting down one end. Tried to spread that out across the row, and there was a little bit of barley straw left over from the summer, and now I need to get the rest of the row covered over with some more barley straw. At the moment, it's looking like the rain might not start tomorrow. We've got strong winds starting tomorrow, but we might be able to be outside getting some garden stuff done tomorrow maybe. And then there are 6 days of rain after that, 2 of which include a heavy rain and strong wind watch. So we've got inside things planned for those days. That's when we're going to get hot cross buns made and make Easter eggs and other inside things. So we're trying to do what we can outside while the weather is cooperating. We have cold season crops that need to get planted, the brassicas, cabbage, kale, broccoli, cauliflower and collards. Unfortunately, I had some problems with mine involving caterpillars, so I had them in these little netting cloches on the table on the deck, and they had holes in them, and I draped over another old net curtain, which I was supposed to be making new netting covers out of, but we had so much going on with homeschool and other things that I didn't quite get around to it. And I thought they were fine because they were still covered by netting, 2 layers in some places. And then a few caterpillars started appearing, and I thought maybe I had accidentally missed pulling some eggs off the seedlings. I got rid of them, and as time went on, I realised that there were more caterpillars in there that had been nibbling on plants, and I wasn't checking them very much because I thought they were fine. And just more caterpillars kept coming, and I finally realised that there were moths. They weren't the soft green white cabbage moth butterflies, they were the green looper caterpillars from some sort of moth. I noticed there were some moths hiding under the netting, and somehow moths were getting in there and laying eggs, and those voracious looper caterpillars, which mostly feed at night, have somewhat annihilated some of my seedlings, so they are looking like a mess right now, and I'm just going to have to see which ones are going to survive and regrow leaves. Hello. How's your camp going? What have you got now? You got something cooking? What are you cooking today? Pasta. And a little fire. Oh, here comes Angus.
Fire? What do you mean a fire?
right.